So, I finally participated in my first Artfight. Big surprise to some people that I hadn't done Artfight before, but I was usually just too busy and forgot about it. But how was my experience? Well, started out trying to make an account, and the username that I really wanted, Narrowing, because that's what I use for almost everything, was sadly taken. I was, of course, very devastated by this, so I went to check out the account. Maybe the person didn't want the username anymore, and I could ask for it. Maybe they were inactive, and I could go to a social and ask for it. So, looked up the account, and it was me. Yeah, I made the account back in 2021 and then just forgot it existed. So yeah. But after I recovered the password, it was time to choose teams. And of course, the dinosaur nerd that I am chose Team Fossils. Also because I just like bones. They're cool. And of course, after that, I uploaded a few of my characters, such as Scrapper, Avarla, Honorang, Tu, and Shonar. Shonar I uploaded a little later on, but she was still there. And after all of that, it was finally time for bloodshed. It was time for a fight that I should have recorded. I didn't record any of my attacks as I was working on them, but oh well. Instead, you guys are going to get to see the attacks, and I will commentate on them and tell you what my thought process was. But a little bit of a tangent here. I had heard many people complaining about how some of the Artfight systems were set up beforehand, like you couldn't properly search up characters or anything. That had changed this year. That was updated. It was really easy to navigate the site to me. Really easy to put characters together and figure out how to mark points. I loved that because I used to do a lot of art roleplay games and I couldn't quite figure out what all points went where sometimes. My one complaint though is that if your character is not the main one in an attack, you can't revenge it, and I would like that to change in the future, but we'll see. I did my own unofficial revenges anyways. So, my first attack was Berkut, a Utah raptor designed by Saturn VIII. They said they used a steppe eagle as color reference, so I went through a bunch of eagle photos to get a pretty good pose reference. There were also some more stylized choices that I went with, like the feathers not really being realistic, which is a little different for me, because I do like drawing some semi-realistic feathers. They're just really appealing to me. But yeah, not much else to say about this, other than, took some pencil shading design ideas for it, which I kind of like, but I don't think I'll use frequently. That's about it for that. My second attack was actually a revenge. Nix Otto had made this drawing of Tu, my Stegosaurus from Cataclysm, which I love. I actually squealed a bit when I saw this. I mean, I did with all of them, but this was the first time I got attacked. So in retaliation, I drew Quailstar. She leads what I assume is an original clan in the Warrior Cats universe called Spark Clan. This is one of the few times I made an environment. I usually don't do backgrounds, foregrounds, anything, because I feel like I can't get them right. This, I think I did a great job with this. I love how the tree stump is. I like how I chose the hills sloping in on it, kind of bringing the focus more central. The fog in the background with the tree silhouettes. I got so excited that I made this. I'm incredibly proud of it. Everything's also a lot more stylized than what I normally do. Heavier angles and such. It's also been a very long time since I've done colored line art, especially in the pink region. I used to do this a lot when I was a lot younger, and I think I want to start implementing it more into some of my newer art. But yeah, I love the whole thing. Looking at it makes me so happy and very proud of myself. My third attack was also a revenge attack. Sharkbyyte drew 2 with a bunch of other characters, and the angle for this is so impressive. I think they did such a great job, and the environment is so cute. I love the colors, there's shading. They did such a great job. I do feel bad that I didn't make my revenge as complex as some of my other work, but I wanted to make something for them. I just couldn't really bring myself to draw human characters at this moment. So I drew something kind of goofy for them, which was one of their characters called, I think, Quagking? They were a less serious character from what I could tell. The description just being, he's suspicious, don't trust him. I thought it would be funny to base it off of this image. Call it Tactical Assault Vehicle Acquired, because that's what the caption said. As far as the actual style goes, it's an easy one. I kind of use a version of it for my animations. As for my finished pieces, I'm probably not going to be using this as much. Still, I like how the colors came out. My fourth attack is probably my favorite, for a number of reasons. This is Minoru. He is a Veyron. They're a semi-closed species on DeviantArt. I think they're still on DeviantArt. It's been a while since I've been on that site. As part of an art role-playing game. When I was active there, I really wanted one, but I didn't feel like my art was good enough, as all the other artists that I had been seeing made these incredible pieces. There's not actually stylistic requirements or quality requirements to adopt one of these, but I still didn't feel like I was good enough for them. So this drawing here was almost a way to honor little 15-year-old me. The design in general really inspired me, especially after I read his description. He is a wanderer and a painter, along with the background in his reference photo. I brought back something for this that I used to do with window backgrounds. I do want to bring back more of this in my current art, just because of how much fun I had with this, and I really like how the effect came out. I also love how I mostly made it monochrome, with the flowers being the only splash of color through there. And the part where I included the fact that he's a painter is the ink dripping off of his tails. Now, those tails really reminded me of paintbrushes, which is a huge reason why I did it the way I did. And I think it looks fantastic. I think I could have done a little bit better of a job on the puddle, but it's really not that big of a deal. I'll learn more of that in the future. This was also the first time in a long time where I properly used an airbrush. I used to use airbrushes a lot for some of my older work. Child me should not have been allowed to use the airbrushes. Actually, I'm fine with it. It's just kind of funny to me. But I do think the airbrush really improved this work. Dezukuguru attacked me back, and I feel a little bad about this, but this is my favorite attack I've received. Don't misunderstand me. I love all of the attacks. However, they drew one of my Mandalorians, and I absolutely adore my Mandalorians. They drew Onrang, and he is beautiful. I love all of the detail, and the lighting. Oh, the lighting is gorgeous. The shading, just everything about this is beautiful. And this might seem a little weird, but I love the boots, especially. I can't draw boots well, so they seem extra cool to me, which is great, because apparently this is one of their favorite things to draw, is boots, and it really shows. There's so much detail on them. Fifth attack was a little bit of an unofficial revenge. CalloftheRaptor drew 2 in this Dino Tacto picture here. I like how they took the more beaked look that a Stegosaurus would actually have, rather than referencing solely off of the very animation-friendly design that I made. I still love the others. I just appreciate a little bit of change every now and then. So, as revenge, I then drew Sabrewing, a raptor griffin. I just kind of had fun with this, using the normal griffin crest pose as a reference. Went with more of a monster hunter and kind of scratchy style, which was so much fun. It took a pretty decent chunk of time, but it was fun. But my style choices, along with this being friendly fire, meant that it was only worth 9 points. Yeah, it hurt. But at least it looks cool. My last attack was Runehiss, a snow leopard owned by Wistormia. They're an explorer with the ability to be a tour guide. Admittedly, I was drawn to it by the floaty rocks. I do regret how tiger-like it looks, but I love the dramatic lighting. The tiger bit was probably because I had just watched K-pop Demon Hunters, and I was still obsessing over the tiger a little. Dramatic lighting is not something that I tend to draw, but I do want to do more like this. And Wistormia did a revenge. They drew my boy Scrapper. He looks so cool and so fierce here. I love the slash and how big and dramatic the feathers are, and the glow around the eye that really brings your attention more central. Finally, I got an attack that I never got the chance to revenge. And it was another drawing of 2. It was done by this person here, because I've been trying to pronounce their name, and I can't get it in a way where I'm not stuttering badly. And she looks so cute in this. I love the little med flag that she's holding, and the detail on the eye is incredible. I don't really have a canon eye color for her design, but I like how they picked the same kind of color that's on her plates. But yeah, I'll definitely participate in next year's Artfight. I had so much fun with this. I already have a couple of characters that I want to attack next time. But until then, have a great day, stay safe.